What we really want to talk about is maximizing some profit so we can make some extra money. And if y'all out there want to make some extra money, what are some ways to make some extra?
Let's get this cracking.
Can you picture this? Right, baby, good looking, baby. See why I got another. I see y'all. Yeah. Can you picture this? You know, rocking with CYPT. Podcast of the D with Clay and the crew. It's like my CTV. They be giving game out so much, you could take the same route. Especially if you take risks, this YouTube view makes sense.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? You're listening to the CYPT podcast, the podcast of the strongest, fastest, most powerful print shop on this side of the Eastern Seaboard. I'm just Niles.
It's your boy Lance behind the cameras.
This is Bree.
And I'm fearless.
Fearless leader.
What up, though?
That's the crew for tonight, y'all.
What's going on?
Normally we have a special guest, but we'd actually like to talk about what's been going on here at CYPT, and hopefully we can give some game, because we are game givers here, to some other print shops out there that would like to follow in our footsteps, also open up their own place and do their own thing. I think the first thing we're going to cover is customer bases. Dealing with customers that are really easy to deal with. Let's also talk about some customers that are less easy to deal with.
What we really want to talk about is maximizing some profit so we can make some extra money. And if y'all out there want to make some extra money, what are some ways to make some extra dollars?
Maximizing our profits?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about focusing on what we do best, or are we talking about a broader picture here?
Everything. So anything you can think of that you think we can maximize our profits on. So whether that might be just focusing on, like, what's making the most money. What do we do, or what can any print shop do to maximize their profits?
Well, our niche here, and it's not even a secret. We are heavy in the memorial side of things here. We do that a lot.
Right. So some of the things that we can touch on, like the different print processes. So certain print processes require us more work.
It does,
right?
Which means we have to go up on the prices.
We have to go exactly. But with that being said, although we go up on the prices, are we maximizing the profit margin on that particular print process?
So I think, honestly, that's a bit of a case-to-case basis. For example, if we're doing 20 DTFs, right, we can charge less but still make more if you can find a way to put more than one image on one sheet. Then you don't have to charge that full price, or you save a little bit of money in the process. Right. That you're
once you
gang, you can gang them up. We call them two up. We call it two up in here.
So determining what a customer's needs are, when they want them back, how many colors in their design. So you really don't want to choose the wrong print process, because you'll end up losing money, right?
Right.
So say, for instance, a customer has like a one color design,
right,
and they don't need them for a while, and it's like 24 pieces or something like that,
right.
So you don't want to necessarily do those in vinyl, right? You will be all day, and you really
picking and weeding
and all that. So you're really not going to be maximizing your profit doing it that way. And true, right? Time is everything here. Is everything here. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Is time. How fast can we get it done? Because you pay for that time. So yeah, that is a major factor. When
I don't even think I really understood till I started work here what people meant by time is money.
Yeah.
Now I truly get it here now.
Yeah, time is the money. So once we when you first came on board, and I was telling you, man, we got to get them out quick. And now you see some of the things that you see the reasons why we have to get it out quick, because you can spend all day.
Well, I don't want to. If somebody, if I'm working on the flyer, you know, and somebody else need a flyer, you know, and somebody else need a flyer, and somebody else need a flyer, I don't really want to turn down none of this money.
Right.
To be honest with you, I want to say I have to, you know, you got to run them out.
Right, and there are ways to maximize profits with flyers. So, can you think of any ways that you can, you know, maximize profits with flyers as far as designing?
Yeah, being here, I forget how long I've been here. I've made different flyers for different occasions over the years here. Halloween flyers, graduation flyers, party flyers, whatever is happening, most likely we've made it.
Right.
And we have that in our databases, either from old ones or
We got it in our database.
We do.
Right.
Yeah. Oh no, we got them here. We've made so many flyers, so many. I mean, just
thousands of
parties,
thousands of flyers.
You take one of the old ones, you know.
This is a white party. How many white party flyers?
We've made so many white party flyers
over the years.
So many kid party flyers,
Halloween, Christmas,
over and over again.
They're originals in our database.
So you know, you take those.
Backing off those old templates. For ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not only idea, you take them and you remix them a little bit. So that's some of the ways that you can alleviate some of that time by not doing it from scratch.
You're trying to build this from the ground up, and there's no reason to reinvent the wheel.
And there's also different databases that you can go and get flyer templates from.
We have everything. From here, because I've been doing it for the past couple of days. We have a bunch of flyers that we made that we can turn into templates. We have a bunch of PNGs that we've used on those flyers over and over again. We have models that we've used over and over again. We have everything we need to remix into something new quickly and efficiently so that we don't lose any time or money, and we maximize our profits doing that.
Exactly.
Could take all day doing this one flyer, but you don't get more money off that. You gotta be quick about it. It's like if somebody comes in and they just want a picture on a shirt, we don't charge as much as we charge for an entire all over or DCF because this is just a picture on a shirt. So we can pop that in, we get that money, and then it's gone. And that's how we maximize that profit with that amount of time.
Right.
You know,
we just
put this
shoot it in, shoot it out. Now
We
we really could be making more profit off of something that's done simple.
True.
Than if we spent a lot of time creating and just creating something from scratch. So sometimes it's easier just to if the person has their own layout, just to print that layout. We could really focus on that if we wanted to. You know what I'm saying? To make more profit. So encourage people to like bring in their own designs and just have them printed.
It's the equivalent of bringing your own brakes into a garage. Mm-hmm. You already paid for the part. Right. That comes off of your bill.
Right.
There's the labor.
Collages, so then they won't get charged for like extra pictures.
You tell people that all the time.
Yeah. Create your own collage. Yeah. That's less work for us to do. And you already know exactly how you want the pictures placed and everything like that. So it's already to your liking.
We have to charge for that.
Yeah.
I see you do it all the time when someone comes in and they're like, how many pictures can I get? I have 15 pictures and I would like it on one shirt. And I see you go, well, we can do that. But it will cost you. And that's where you tell them, if you just put it in a collage and then you send it to us.
And it's even cheaper for them because it's pretty much already created. Right. Like, we're adding words or putting it a layout or something like that.
Right. Yeah, so nowadays it's like real easy. They got a lot of apps out that you can do it on your phone and just come
so
in.
Many.
And you can have us print the shirt, or we can just sell you the transfers. And for y'all out there that want to get your own business started, you can just buy a heat press, come in and buy your transfers from us and save on a lot, save a lot of money doing it yourself.
I let people save money when they come in and they have a shirt that's designed, like someone who wants to put that logo on a shirt or something like that. As long as it's not hand drawn and we have to put so much work into it, most of the time that saves you money.
Yeah.
Most of the time that saves us time. just have an idea, you know. But we are the professionals. If you don't have any idea, we'll definitely tell you. But that does cost.
Right.
But with maximizing it, even down to our memorial layouts that we have, all of them beautiful. We switch them up every so often. All original designs. I don't even know who you got doing those, but all original designs. And it makes our time faster. They come in, and a lot of people, you know, around that time, they're not really thinking clearly or in distress, and all they have is very bleak. Well, the colors were red. Well, we have this up here that's, you know, red. You know, it has, you know, the name, the dates, the in love and memory, and things like that. All that time saving.
Right.
That's usually the first question I ask. Like, what's the color scheme of the event or the funeral?
You ask what's it for?
If it's that too. If it's like a man or a woman, then it's like, you know, I have a few options for you that you might like, and most of the time they do. So.
And one of the key things is, you know, knowing what's the best option for them, the customer. So trying to give the customer the best option that you can give them, because like a customer may come in and they're like pressed for time. So we got ways where we can get their shirts faster.
Right.
So, you know, being up in the front and the counter as a counter person, having you knowing what exactly to tell them will alleviate some of your time as well, which will in turn save money as well. So just knowing, you know, what to tell them and being like knowing exactly what all the processes are, and you being the professional up there is key.
I feel like even with that, like personally, I feel like with me asking you guys a lot of questions, and then just having patience with customers and like, you know, figuring out what they need or what they want, it's gotten a lot easier to help them figure it out.
Yeah, but once you figure it out and you know what's best for them, then the customer feels, you know, at ease, because they feel confident that you drove them in the right direction to get exactly what they need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they're more excited when they actually see the finished product.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that does put them at ease. When I feel like this person knows what they're doing and I left it in their hands, I sleep at night a little bit better.
Right.
It's like, you know, take your car to a mechanic and they'll pop the hood and they go,
well,
oh no, bro, just close it.
I don't know what you should do.
Well, it could be this or it could be that.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to spend money on probably the wrong part. They don't really know what they're doing, so they're gonna fix around. Now it comes out more. That's just ridiculous. Knowing what you're doing, being real knowledgeable about what your area of expertise is, that saves money for you and the person.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that I can two up this and I can make more off one sheet than just putting this one small thing on one sheet, that saves you and the customer money.
Exactly.
You know, most of the time that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
How do you ever know before you start selling it what's going to be a high and a low profit margin?
Yeah, I know right off the rip. You know, depending on how many they're getting, whether, you know, it's a large print, how many colors it is, how fast I can get it out. So I'm calculating all that, you know, in my head, and I'm able to choose the right method. So, yeah, I definitely do that.
Can we talk about that a little bit more? I know this is far. At a custom shop or a print shop, but pricing goes a little bit differently than at other places.
I think that's one of the hardest things to do in a custom print shop is to give an accurate price and have it consistent all across the board.
Because everything's custom.
Because everything's custom. Everything has a different number. Although you can have price tiers and guidelines, but then it'll be so broad. You know, you got a a design or a logo
Right.
that doesn't have a lot of ink coverage, it's going to be, a lot less. It's going to be a lot cheaper for us to make.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a lot of ink coverage. And then you have a full transfer that has a lot of ink
Right.
coverage. It's going to cost us more, but the customer, they can't see that. You know what I mean? So it's hard for us to explain, well, you got more ink in your design, so
This is why this costs more.
It's going to cost you more. So to be able to calculate that on the fly and see what type of, like, sometimes we bend a little bit, you know what I mean? We don't stick to the golden rule of what it says that it's supposed to be. And why can we give a deal? Because I looked at the image. So I know how much I can take off, because I know how much ink coverage that's on maybe the transfer, or I know how long it's going to take as far as like getting the artwork together. If it's already together, if it's already clean, I don't have to send it to you to clean it up or send it to Lance to clean it up.
I can just pop it off.
You just pop it off. So I can give a discount right then in my head. So knowing the artwork, seeing the artwork, knowing in my head like what I can do. So it takes years.
I was going to ask you, how long did it take you to figure that out?
To figure that out, and you're getting good at it because you're starting to see, different.
Took years.
Yeah,
It
different
took years.
nuances and things in a design. But it's hard now. Bree's been on with us, and she's pretty good at it now. She's starting to figure it out. But what I told her today was just to have the price ready for me to see if she was accurate and tell me why, and a lot of times, she's getting better at it.
Yeah.
And she can, like, say if a customer wanted, something, because there's so many processes that we do, sublimation, it's
Indirect transfer, direct transfer, sublimation,
garment,
poly mix, poly blend. That's a
transfers, screen printing. So it's so many different ways that you can print a garment. But the best thing to do is just to learn what's the best profit margin in the printing process in order to maximize profits.
I feel like with that too, even I'm understanding like I don't really look at the ink part, so that's different. But like the size of the image and how big they want it, especially with direct to film prints, multiple can go on one sheet of paper.
So if you can save that, because if you can put multiple images on one sheet, of course we wouldn't charge the one single price because it's a left chest. Right. So should we really put emphasis on left chest logos?
I do.
So with that being said, who
I tell them all the time,
like who out there in the world is getting left chest logos? So really to maximize profits, like we can go look for those with our sales team. So restaurants, they're left chest. You know what I'm saying?
And and tell the people too, because this girl came in the other day and she wanted she wanted professional shirts for her business, and she wanted the logo big on the front and like the name on the back. And I'm like, well, what restaurant, bank, store do you see people wearing shirts like that? You want uniformity. It is a small image on the left chest of the logo. Anything that you want to look professional like that, that's the route to go. Mm-hmm. Most famous brands do it that way too. Yeah. Nike, it's a small check right here.
Right. It doesn't have to be all big and
over. It doesn't.
And it looks a lot cleaner too.
It looks way better,
especially in a professional environment.
You save more money doing it that way, and it's really hard to convince people to do that.
Pass those savings on to them.
You could get more shirts.
Yeah.
The quick pocket logo, it goes such a long way. I don't even know how to explain that better, but
so understanding like your customer, what they want, and going after that is a good way to kind of like save some money. We don't have to put print a big print. So certain people like in certain.
Do you ever tell people that you don't need that?
Yeah, you don't need that.
You don't need
You
that.
don't need that. So the profit margin might be a little less, but you can still end up making more. So you gotta, because you can sell more. You know.
You could not only do you sell more, but you get a returning customer too.
Exactly.
You get a customer that this person isn't money hungry or gouging me. You know, he told me I came in and I wanted all this other stuff. He told me
I tell them you don't need that. All
You
the
don't
time.
need that.
Listen, you got a left chest logo. You don't need nothing big. This is what you need. And when a customer trusts you, you're able to retain that customer and have them come around for a lifetime. And it's better that way because you can make more in the long run by treating your customers fairly and giving them a fair price. And especially when you have that customer around, you want to give them the best price you possibly can give them.
Yeah.
Because you don't want them to go nowhere else and shop. So it's best to give them the best price you can give them without breaking the bank. So I know a lot of times, I want to help people out. So I'm especially if they're
a returning customer.
Yeah, returning customers, they refer people.
Yeah, and they refer people.
I love hearing that. No, I only come here to get my shirts.
Yeah.
No, this is where I go. I've been coming here for years. They take care of you. And another thing that we've recently started doing here, or at least with our progression at CYPT, is we have a point system now for returning customers, which a lot of places have, but we're doing it here now. And like the more you get and the more you come back and, loyalty points, things like that.
Right.
Or you could do something like a punch card, something like that, just to encourage the customer to come back.
Right.
If you only make one shirt for a customer, you did something wrong.
Exactly.
You want returning business.
Another thing that we can do to kind of maximize profits, and is to give a customer something for free. Free.
Customer
free. Give it to them for free. I do it.
Let's unpack this.
Okay, here's the whole thing around that. And I learned that from bigger companies giving me something, right? So I'll order.
Break this down.
I'll order maybe some blank tees, right?
True.
And I'll open up the box. I done ordered 150, black shirts and 200 red shirts, 400 blue shirts, and this other box is 6 hats.
Huh?
Yeah.
You ain't order no hats.
I didn't order no hats, but come to find out, it's complimentary. Now I'm introduced to these hats that I didn't even know about. Never even seen them before. So it's just like, with our obituaries. We give a free T-shirt with every obituary order. Right? So that's it. Now when we do that,
I see what you're saying.
a lot of times we may not get nothing back off of it. And that's cool.
But sometimes
we do.
Somebody comes back and says, how much are...
Yeah, you may not even get it back right then and there, but now they are aware that you also do excellent T-shirts because, you got that free one. So that's a plus. Give them a little something. Or if you don't give it to them, just introduce it to them. Say, hey, have you heard about our new product? Have you seen our socks? Or this shirt, this hat would look great with this shirt.
You're talking about
upselling.
upselling.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Yep, welcome to Detroit, everybody.
Yeah, that's the little screeching tires.
Detroit, everybody.
Yeah, late at night.
Nighttime. Nighttime
we
on
up here
Greenfield.
burning the midnight oil on the podcast. Yeah. So
Now, upselling goes a long way. Yeah. And you always try to talk to me about that. Everybody, at least most successful businesses, does it. When you go to McDonald's and you order a burger, what's the first thing they ask you?
Fries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fries and a Coke. You know what? Yeah, I wasn't even going to get that at first.
All right.
But
You
now,
like
all of a
something
sudden, I want it. So when somebody asks for a T-shirt, oh, are you getting your button with that? Button.
Or socks. Y'all do socks too?
Yeah.
Y'all do everything.
yeah, I do everything. Yeah.
I'm going to go broke in here.
Yeah, it might seem counterintuitive to give something away for free, but in all actuality, it really makes a lot of sense in the overall scheme of things.
I'd have never thought of that. But how do you in a custom shop such as ours, where we do so much, how do you decide what to focus on? It's like,
well, you really want to focus on what's selling, and
how do you decide that?
One really good way to do that is through your analytics. Now, we just got a new POS system, which our old POS system had it all in there as well. Mm-hmm. So with your POS system, you're able to delve in and see exactly what's selling.
Hang on a second. We know what POS system is, but what is POS system?
Point of sale system.
We have a new point of sale system.
And it's very important to have one of those too, so you can basically see your analytics.
Because you basically just free balling without it.
I know a lot. I got a lot of friends, and they just stuffing the cash in their pockets. Got T-shirt shops, and they just, at the end of the day, they count it all up, I'm pretty sure, and put it in the bank or whatever. Uh-huh. But they have no idea on what's selling and what's not.
Well, selling and then keeping track of your inventory.
Yeah, and that's key. So being able to know,
like what you need.
What you need. Like you don't want to order 500 hoodies and you don't need them. You could just order them when you need them, and fill the holes. You'll get a sheet out. It's going to tell you what you need to order, and you just order those on the fly, and you can use that money. It's actually saving you money because you can use that money in other areas. So you want to be able to look at your own.
So you don't want to overstock?
Well, you want to have enough.
Yeah.
But you can just you don't need to stock for the year. I mean, it's not like, it's supply chain issues anymore. Those have been like alleviated. So with before, where it was supply chain issues, I would say, I know I need T-shirts, and I know I need transfer paper. I know I need ink. So I'm going to get it while I can get it, especially if I had the money.
Shoot, COVID was like that.
Yeah. So
everything was backed up.
Yeah.
You had to order what you could when you could.
And one of the main things is have another connect. You don't want to just rely on one person to have, everything you need. So you want to be able to shop over here, make relationships with vendors, different vendors, not just saying you buy everything from one vendor. Yeah. It's really good to have you buy the majority
from your main person, but you have other.
But you still have
people.
Other people that you can just in case. Yeah.
Other than COVID, was it another time where something like that happened?
Well, just in general, you might have a high demand for a product. Something catches on real quick, and all of those T-shirt shops are buying this one particular thing, like when the all over shirts was really, really popular. It was hard to get the polyester shirts. They were.
I remember that.
Yeah, so you got to stock heavily on those if you want to not run out of.
Right.
That's just like McDonald's running out of hamburgers.
Can't stand that shit.
Or the sub place not having your chicken.
Listen, man. That ruined my day. And it will ruin a customer's day when it's on your menu and you don't have it in stock. It ruins the customer's day. It leaves a bad taste in their mouth.
And leaves them hungry.
Now you didn't make no money, and now you got this customer that's looking at you like, well, they don't never got what I'm looking for. No.
Well, and here, a while back, we were talking about the Pareto rule, which was the 80-20.
80-20.
And that's really one of the really important things is really finding out what's selling and what has the highest profitability margin in it. So that's what you really want to delve into and sell.
Right.
It's things and projects in here that takes an awful long time to make.
Yeah.
And you're not really making a high profit margin off of it, especially if it's something that you don't specialize in.
Right.
It may take you long. Now, if you specialize in it and that's all that you're doing, then you're faster, you're more efficient at it. Speaking of that, like we do custom shoes here.
Right.
And we have a co-partner here that we do the shoes. Now, she was unavailable, and I had to do the shoes. I mean, I've done shoes before. This has been 15 years since I've done. I did pretty good.
You did good. I really, you did better than I thought.
The first day, I was like, hand painting shoes.
It took me literally like too long to do the shoes. But you know, back in the day, you know, I can knock them out in like really quick. But
no, what do you call it? You could have did. How long would it take you? I know the shoe you're talking about. How long would it take you to do that?
Back in the day,
yeah.
Probably an hour and a half.
No, not the one out, not that one out there.
About an hour and a half. But you know,
but you would sit there doing it the whole time.
Yeah, and that's but
that takes away from your other stuff.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what. Okay.
So I'm doing all this. I'm running here, running over there. You know, doing this, but and I don't have a passion for it. You know, not
don't
like
really want to do this.
Not like I don't have like you gotta have a passion for something, and you really you'll take pride in that.
So let me ask you this: with maximizing profits, when is it appropriate to take a longer time span on one project?
Well, when the money's there.
Okay.
So if the money's there, then it's okay. So like if we specialize in T-shirts, right? Then that's where we're gonna put all our emphasis on. If we specialize in obituaries, that's what we're gonna put all our emphasis on, and we're gonna be the best and the greatest at that. All the other stuff is just, it's just extra.
Fries.
It's just fries, But we specialize in the burger.
Right.
If we sell a pop,
cool.
Cool. But that pop is $3. You can go get a pop up the street for 99 cents, a whole bottle.
Right. That's not what we specialize.
But that's not what we specialize in. But it's still pop's still good.
Somebody still wanted a large.
Yeah, that Coke is still banging. Like, why is this Coke so good at McDonald's? Tastes better than the regular the Coke that's in the. But
should I have this here?
Right.
Like a dog tag. Oh my God, I love this dog. Yeah. Thanks for the shirt. But oh my God, I love this dog tag. Have this here.
Yeah. So when you do something that you don't specialize in, what you want to do is you want to have a longer lead time. So instead of getting it back fast, because everybody want it now
fast.
So if you don't specialize in it, it's going to be a longer time, and it's going to cost more. So in order to maximize profits, you're going to have to put that higher price there and that longer lead time in order to maximize profits.
And but you're getting better with your lead time. Too. Most things we have here it takes 24 hours, but some things don't. And you are definitely telling customers that, hey, you're explaining why this will take longer than our normal turnaround time because you have something. You got a lot more going on here.
Right.
Yeah. Now it was really tempting to take that order today. It was roughly 4:00. We closed at 7. And how many all over shirts did that lady want?
It was gonna be 10. We
10
were
all
at number 8, I believe, and then I was just like, okay, but all of them were completely different.
Oh, whoa!
Completely different pictures on the front, on the back, different layouts.
So it was gonna. Now that's one of them times where I calculated in my head how long it was gonna take.
They wanted them at 10 o'clock.
And they wanted them at 10 o'clock in the morning.
So they wanted them today.
Yeah.
So I would have had to have you, grab your teddy bear because you sleeping in here tonight.
So run me through how you calculated it. How did you?
So usually you're gonna get a bulk deal when you order that many.
No. You can get a bulk deal when you order that many of the same thing.
The same.
But that's not what she just said.
And
that's not what Bree just said.
To suggest, like, if you get them all the same, or even half of them, like maybe 2 different designs, and then you split them up like that.
You gave her a split choice? You are such an angel. You are such an angel.
Now, back in the day, I would have took that job. But what I'm learning, though, when you maximizing profits is some of that stuff you can let go because somebody's going to come right back behind them, right? And they're going to place an order. It's going to be less stress. And your day, you're still going to make money. So you don't have to take every job.
I feel like that's more room for error.
Yeah, and it's more room for error as well. Yeah.
Now, in my experience, normally when error happens, that's costly.
It's very costly.
It's always it turns very costly, very fast. Mm-hmm. You gotta redo this whole all over. No telling how many other all overs had a speck on it. That could have got messy. It could have got really messy really fast.
Yeah. But
but you still gave her a price, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to. Because
You still gave her a price.
Yeah, I still gave her a price. Yeah.
No, you said back in the day, we would have said you still would have took the job today.
Here it is. I got 3 hours to do this, and it's either she was gonna take it at the price that I gave her. I could have got the job done, or leave it.
And you left enough enough leeway in the pricing in case there was a problem.
I feel like even with that, as soon as she told me the time, I told her the rush fee per item or whatever. So they already had an idea of what they were looking at, and all the prices are listed on the shirts. So what he said was really not so much different than.
And it wasn't.
They had to be. They were all individual items.
And I was glad that they didn't go with the order because it would have been a lot. It would have been a lot on me. But it was posted. I mean, if they paid the price to get it back in that amount of time, then I would have did it.
You ever had somebody call your bluff?
Yes. Yes.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah. Honestly, it's gonna cost $1,000 to get this done.
But one thing I did do, and I stuck to it, was I didn't allow them to use.
Are they racing?
All of those pictures. On each individual shirt. So if they wanted the shirts,
how many pictures did she have?
Okay, so we said 8 shirts, front and back. Different pictures on the front and back.
Like, how many pictures was she throwing on each shirt?
Like 1
average?
or 2 for each shirt.
Jesus, that's still a lot for 10.
Yeah.
And then it was a few that I talked her down into actually having the same print or the same picture. We could do a different layout with the same pictures. Because once you're sending all those pictures, people's outfits don't always look so different. So a picture could get misplaced and put on the wrong shirt.
Yep.
Or something like that. So.
Yeah, she could have been a real easygoing customer.
And she was. But it was just a lot.
Yeah, but, sometimes they're real easygoing. And then what you suggest to say, listen, if you really want to get this done, and all, say, for instance, 4 or 5 people come in and they want, their specific picture on the shirt. What we can do is I say, listen, we can combine all these pictures. So your favorite picture, and your favorite picture, we can put it all on one shirt, and all the shirts can be the same, and I can save you that money.
Fearless.
Right?
That's that fearless stuff.
So that's really maximizing profits because you're maximizing the time that it's going to take for you to create it. So anytime you can save yourself some time, you're maximizing profits.
Well, can we also unpack the whole saving time thing, even when it comes to dealing with customers? Sometimes you can have a customer in the building and y'all done went round and around and around and around for an hour and a half, and they didn't spend no money.
Well, that really goes back to your selling points, like we was talking before, like your selling points, and you being able to encourage them where they feel good on what they're purchasing. So when you make them feel good on what they're purchasing and they're confident, and you were very knowledgeable about the the print process and how long it was going to take, and they knew exactly what they were getting, then it's more easier for them to make a decision on on their purchase. And once you tell them their problem, what's your problem, so you kind of like identify their problem first. Okay, so you need these shirts and
By tomorrow when we open,
and you only have X amount of dollars. So here's what I can do. So right then and there, you didn't took a lot of the time of, I want to get the Cadillac, but you only got Pinto money.
I'm about to say, what do you do for the people who want filet mignon, but they on a bologna budget?
So we sell them bologna.
You sell them bologna.
Yeah.
What?
No, I said offer them. Like maybe not this.
So
like tell me an example about that. Someone comes in, and because we do have a lot of elaborate shit here. We do. Everything here is beautiful. That's why we got it. Mm-hmm. Some of it costs though.
Yeah.
Some of it costs. When someone comes in like, oh my God, that all over shirt, I want that. And then we get down to the brass tacks. Well, this wasn't part of my budget. Take me from there.
Well,
because we still want to maximize profit, but we also want to help.
If it's not part of their budget, again, like Bree said, we can offer them something else.
Okay.
So so we have.
So what do you tell them? When they ask for an all over, and they like what do you do?
You can get a partial all over.
Yeah, you get a poly print or a soak-in. Sometimes they want both sides, or like words on the back, something like that. Put it all on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes some people are like headstrong about what they want, how they want it to look, but they also don't have like the vision, or can visually see like how the shirt is gonna actually turn out. And because I see that happen a lot, it's like oh, it's gonna look sweet.
And sometimes you have those customers that just want the Cadillac, and then they turn into like that monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Because they want what they want, and it's okay to fire your customer that's giving you a difficult time. Sometimes it's okay.
I can what?
You can fire the customer.
Let's unpack this. What you mean by this?
So how do you?
Good question, Bree.
How do you?
Good question.
This is how you fire the customer. You stick to the rules.
Ain't no deals.
No turning
No,
corners.
it's when you go to the Gucci store and you try to get like a discount.
Look out for me.
Look out for me. Do you go in the Gucci store? You just tell
The audacity. I'm sorry. That makes
the unmitigated gall.
that you walk into, because you don't do that nowhere else.
No.
And that is so. I don't know.
So really, Bree, the answer to your question is they'll fire themselves. Yeah. And
Y'all
once
can't
you just
take the tax off.
when you just stick to the
Can we take the tax off?
to the program, no deal. It is what it is. Can you save me like $1? Really, I don't. No.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he can't save me $1.
I'm
He tripping. Come on, girl, let's go. You really didn't want that business, because sometimes customers can get like mean, and you don't really want to deal with those type, because you don't want to deal with that. You want to deal with customers that's it's pleasurable to deal with. You want to build a relationship with them, talk to them like they family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you act like I don't want to sell you this shirt.
Right. And sometimes you feel a little bad because, it is somebody that passed or somebody's birthday.
It's
you
special.
actually,
Yeah, but when they come in and they're sympathetic, and they understand, and that's when you get the deal. But when you come in demanding and feeling like disrespectful, and feeling like
Belligerent, truculent.
Feeling like we owe you something.
it's a word. It's a word for that.
Yeah, I use 2 of them.
To sum it all up,
It's just
entitled.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
yeah.
Feel entitled.
No. Okay. Now, what do you do about the customer that actually has been coming for years, and they do feel entitled, but they may be asking for more than you can give.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
What do what do you do then? What do you think? You don't want to lose this customer. They do return. But they own something today.
It's like a give and take thing. So
it's an ebb and flow.
Yeah. So a lot of times, when you're dealing with a long time customer that feels entitled,
yeah,
go ahead on and give them a few things because they spending a little money, but don't let them just flat out just take advantage of you. Right. Sometimes throw them a bone. Okay, here you go. They feel entitled, but and you're not gonna lose a lot. So by you just giving them that little thing, you keeping the relationship open, keeping the relationship good. Just go ahead on and say, okay. Here you go. I'll give you.
They're gonna be back.
Yeah, they're gonna be back.
Point.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say too is just like you kind of mentioned it before, but don't go beyond your means when you do that.
Right.
Because sometimes it could come back and bite you. Like if it's a mistake happened, you gotta redo it.
Yeah.
You done already gave them a discount, so
Right.
now it's really hurting you.
Right.
So you gotta just learn how to balance that out.
Right. But if it's a long time customer, that loss that you might take on doing something over that's a mistake is really minute compared to how much money they're gonna spend in a year. So this customer's, they might spend like $10,000-$15,000 in 1 year, and you did one shirt over or something like that, then that's really minor.
At the time, it seems big.
Yeah, at the time, it seems big and seems like I messed this order up. And I was doing a favor for a customer, and you messed up something, but really it's minor, and you really want to take care of that customer and fix the problem. A lot of times, if something go wrong, just fix it. If you have the means to fix it, just fix it, and that is a way that you save money too. In hindsight, it looks like you're not saving money by doing the shirt over, but you're making money by retaining that customer.
Right.
How do you keep your cool like that?
Meditation.
Like, because I see you do it. I will be like, no, they ain't about to get nothing from me.
You gotta breathe a little bit. A lot of times customers they just try you. They try you. But
and here I am.
Yeah, they'll try you. But at the end of the day, you like I say, you only get your one chance. And I know, the work that we do.
Yeah.
And how passionate we are, and how good. I'm not patting myself on the back, but what I always say, you're gonna come back.
Yeah.
You got to come back. So when you come back, because you're only going to get one chance to do that. And like I say, for me to keep you as a lifetime customer, then you only got one. You only got one chance. You already did it. You can't come back on the same bull crap. So spend your little turn.
Yeah.
Get it out the way. If you want to do that,
choose wisely.
Yeah, choose wisely. So if you want to get over on this one little time, because
is this the one you want?
This the one you want?
This the one you want? Because you get one.
I'm gonna give it to you. You get it. Okay, here you go. Because you're coming back.
Yeah, this the one you want.
Because it's like, who in the city can do this? Oh, it's the place right over there on Grand River and Greenfield, 14223 Grand River and Greenfield. Can you picture this? On all social medias, we are Shop CYPT for our website, CYPT313 for all our social medias. Boogie.
You are listening to CYPT Podcast. You are listening to CYPT Podcast. You are listening to CYPT Podcast.